I don't know if we're live yet because my phone's acting weird, but welcome to Friday Night Live number 97 with my special guest, Lisa of the Crafty Goddess. I think this is her first live, so I hope y'all make her feel welcome. But first, if you are here with us currently, please leave a comment in the chat. If you are watching the replay, don't forget the thumbs up button and leave a comment in the comment section. But welcome, Lisa. I'm happy to have you here.
Thank you so much. I'm honored to be your guest. As I said before, I feel bad that I've kept missing the live chats and always wanted to tune in. And it seems like the time I tune in is when I'm here. So thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome. And just so y'all know, she recently hit 1K. My chicken crow.
Yes.
I forgot to warn you about that. But
okay.
Congratulations. And if y'all can, she needs watch hours. So I do have a little thing that Nightbot will drop her channel link. And do you have any playlists made?
I've got a couple of well, I'm trying to make playlists. I've got I think a Temu Haul playlist, Hobie, Ice Yarn. I think there's a couple others. I'm still working on it as I go. I'm still learning as I go. So I'll be putting even more of those together very soon.
Okay, so if y'all can, just go run a couple of them and help her with watch time. I think she's about halfway to the 3,000, roundabout that area. YouTube has changed monetization rules, so you only need 3,000 watch hours instead of 4. So she's almost there. And so let's welcome some people in the chat. We have quite a few people talking. So we have Angela Wright, Jessica Johnson, Michelle Yarny Disaster. Hi, it's been a while since I've seen you. Welcome. We also have Yolanda Perkins, Eugenia Wilgroth. Michelle Yu has been a Yarny Cat Club member for 6 months. Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, but Jet1N, welcome. We got Melanie J, Tank, which is I Love to Crochet, Sarah Roberts, Katie's been Yarnified. And that's awesome. Well, hello, sister.
If anybody's seen my videos, you've seen my sister. She's hilarious. I love her.
Oh, well, welcome, Sarah. And we also have Katie's been Yarnified. She says, hi, Crystal. Lisa, congrats on your 1K.
Thank you.
We have Sally Stevens, Tina Rymer. I'm doing pretty good, Tina. Real name's Carrie. Okay, well, thank you so much, Carrie, for letting me know your name. That's easier to say than the other one. We have Jen's Hobby Nook, Kim G, Lulu's Treasure Trove. Welcome. Oh, so happy to see everybody.
That's awesome. It's good to see everybody.
Well, welcome, and happy Friday to all. So just in case you're not familiar with Lisa, I want to let me rephrase that. If y'all don't know her, she's going to talk a little bit about her channel and what she does. But first, welcome in Rudy and Angel Renee. All right, Yay. So what is your channel about?
In a nutshell, I make stuff. I buy stuff to make stuff. I've been leaning more on the side of haul videos, like yarn haul videos, crafting material haul videos. I have put up tutorials before. I haven't put up as many lately, but I try to keep things simple as far as tutorials go. I'm just basically on a one-woman mission to share my love of crafting with anybody who wants to watch and listen. And the more the merrier. I'm grateful to not just only share the love of crafting, but to be part of such a wonderfully diverse, open, inclusive crafting community. So thanks to everybody who watches. And I'm going to embarrass Crystal a little bit. If it wasn't for her and her efforts to get the message out there that I needed a little bit of help boost, with subscribers and whatnot, this wouldn't be possible. There's Crystal, there was Granny D, there's Dee Dee's Crochet. There were so many other people, but Crystal was one of the main instigators. Without her, this wouldn't be possible.
I think I contacted 16 people.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I said, would you mind please shouting out Lisa? She needs help getting to 1K. She's close and she wants to do it by August. And, I contacted all my little Yarny friends that I knew how to get a hold of, that I knew that would help shout you out. And I wanted it possible. I wanted us to all pull together and help you. So, yeah.
Well, I know I sound like a broken record, but I'm just so truly grateful to you and everyone. When I say we did it, I mean it. Like, we all did it. And I'm just so grateful for every single person who helped.
Well, you're most welcome. So if y'all don't if you're not subscribed to Lisa, her link is pinned to the top of the chat and it's also in the description box. But we have a few people that just came in. Let me see. Diane Dorrance and D. Ferguson. Debbie, welcome. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry, but welcome.
Oh my goodness. The chat room is alive and well tonight. My God.
Oh, sorry to hear that, Diane. She's been sick, but doing good. Well, I hope you feel better soon.
Yeah, get well soon, Diane.
So I have a couple of questions, and so they just can get to learn a little bit more about you. And there are so many of us who are feeling the same way. Me, Dee, and so many others are so thankful to Crystal for pushing us along and helping us out. Love her so. Oh, Cindy, thank you so much.
Yes,
welcome in 2%. How are you? All right, so I have a couple of questions for her, and some of the first one I have is basically for her, but the other four, if y'all would like to answer them in the chat also, feel free. So Lisa, how long have you been doing YouTube? How long have you had your channel?
I first created a YouTube membership around 2019 with the intent of doing a channel, but at the time I was kind of stuck on ideas because as much as I wanted to do a crafting channel, I knew that there were so many already in the YouTube universe, but I thought might as well go ahead and do it anyway and kind of put my spin on it. I'd say, gosh, I can't remember now. I think my first YouTube video I posted was in June of 2020, back when the pandemic was still fresh and a lot of us were in lockdown. My husband and I work at the same place, and our workplace was on a week-to-week layoff schedule, and being, having a lot of time on my hands, and also coincidentally getting my first delivery from Hobie Yarns, that's when I first decided to take the plunge. So I've officially been doing YouTube for just over 3 years now.
Well, congratulations. I've been doing it just as long almost too. My third year is going to be August, I think. So you just hit your 3-year mark. I'm fixing to have mine. And that's awesome. We started in the same year. I think she froze. All right, so let's see. Diane Dorrance and Dee Ferguson just subbed to her channel. Thank you, ladies. Okay, there you are.
Yeah, I saw the pictures fade out and went, oh no, where'd we go?
um, okay, so these anybody can answer in the chat if y'all want. So Lisa, how long have you been crocheting?
Well, I actually started out as a knitter. I don't want any crochet folks feeling betrayed right now. Actually do knitting than crochet. I started knitting when I was 10. And at the time, I just did not have the patience or tolerance to sit through things. And back then, it was, being a child of the 70s, I had the big plastic needles, bright orange, acrylic yarns, so plastic it squeaked. And I think after trying to make something for, I don't know how long, I just kind of abandoned it. I didn't pick it up again until I'd say about 2004 when I was working at a craft store, and I kept seeing like yarn and needles and crochet hooks and whatnot coming through. And I thought, I'll try it again, see if it sticks, and it did. Now, crochet was fairly new. It is fairly new for me. I originally learned it about, I'm going to say about 13 years ago. It was kind of funny. It was at a yarn shop downtown. Unfortunately, it no longer exists. It's completely online now. It's called All Strung Out. And I had sort of like a private birthday party thing with my mom, my sister, me, and another friend, where we just sat down and a friend of mine instructed us on the basic how to crochet, like which stitches, etc. And I didn't stick with it as much at first, because I find most people are either knit or crochet, and there's not a lot of both unless you do specific projects with both. But crochet, I picked up again and again, going back to the pandemic, and a lot of us were at home looking for something new to do, picking up new hobbies. We know how that went. I started watching a lot of YouTube folks like Fiber Spider, Bag O' Day Crochet, Jada and Stitches, Mikey at the Crochet Crowd, etc. And I just thought, okay, I'm going to sit and try and plow through this again, because in my mind, I knew how to do the stitches. I just didn't know if I could get my hands to do the work. So I just went through everything like basics all over again, how to do a single crochet, double crochet. And then from there, it was how to do a granny square. And it just kind of took off from there. So I would say officially crocheting 3 years.
I think I'm similar. I tried when I was in my mid-teens, late teens. My grandmother tried to teach me how to crochet, and I thought I got it, and I was trying to make a square. Yeah, that turned into like a bowl. I'm like, no, okay, I quit. So, in 2019, I found out my sister was pregnant with her first boy. She had 2 girls previous, but it was her first son. So I wanted to make a baby blanket for him, and so I had saw some yarn and some a hook at a thrift store in Louisiana. And I said, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to try that. So I did, and I actually stuck with crochet ever since. So, but I do also knit. So I started with crochet first, started knitting at the end of 2020, and fell in love with lace knitting. Like, oh,
yes.
Thank you, Tina.
Oh, yay. Nice. Thank you, Tina.
Yes, thank you, thank you. So that's, where is it? Yeah. There. One way you go, it's like opposite. So a couple of people did actually answer in the chat how long they have. So let's go back and read their comments. But I see we have Cricket Braden here. Welcoming Cricket. And let's see. Um, 2% started at around 11 years old. My aunt taught me. Jessica Johnson says, I learned as a kid, but didn't do it again until 5 months ago. Sally, Tom's little picture. Started knitting at 8 and crochet at 13. Wow.
Nice.
Yolanda said, I decided to give crochet a try when the pandemic hit, then wanted to try knitting not too long after. Well, that's awesome.
I'm still playing with yarn, so it counts.
Says, yep. Sally Stevens says, I just threw some yarn and hooks in Lisa's window. They say that when they go and subscribe to people's channels. So she just subscribed.
Thank you. Oh, thank you so much.
Tina wants the sick chicken sound. Okay, I'll do it for you instead of the crow.
Oh, that's sweet. I do have to say, though, I find that most people, if they're not as good at knitting, they're better at crochet and vice versa. Like I've had people at work, like my coworkers say, "Oh, I'm no good at this," whatever. I always say, "Well, that means you're meant to be better at something else." Like instead of just giving up altogether, that just means you'll be better at something else. So that way you're not so discouraged. I don't know if anybody else finds the same way. It's like if you're crappy at one thing, that means you're incredible at something else.
Yeah. I can understand that. It took me a long time to get knitting down. I tried with I think a 3-weight yarn and smaller needles, and I couldn't see the stitches good enough. So I went up to like a 5-weight yarn and bigger needles, and I was able to see how to get in the stitch, how to go in. And I watched tons and tons of tutorials on how to do it the right way, and how to cast on and how to cast off and how to tie in ends or how to connect yarn. And I'm just like, when I dive into something, I dive in and try to learn as much as I can. I think I'm better at designing crochet patterns than I am at knit patterns. So
I think I've only designed maybe 2 or 3 knit garments that I made. I'm not at the designer level for crochet yet at all. That's why I always say, Crystal, that you're like a crochet wizard. Like you do things and pull things out of your head that just are beautiful, but just make me go, how did she do this? This is amazing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, D. Ferguson. I'll do both of them. I do see we have a couple of people new in the chat. Maritza's Yarn and Crafts, Mima D Crochets, Dawn P. There was somebody else. Where is it? Frenchie's Fiber Files. Welcome.
Nice. Okay. Is Dee Ferguson going in the book? Oh, yep. She is.
Thank you, Debbie.
Nice. Yay.
Yep, today's the last day. The winner gets drawn tomorrow, and I've already started gathering July's giveaway.
Oh, wow.
But I might have that video uploaded more towards, like the 10th or something. I have yarn coming from Temu to put in the giveaway. So it's going to be a little later, but I'll go more over that in tomorrow's video. Let's see, 2%, or actually, let me back up and see who else answered. Okay, so Tina. Frenchie's Fiber Files said, I've been crocheting for 6 years. Awesome. 2% says, I remember making mile-long chains, and then my aunt taught me how to turn, and that was the start of a beautiful friendship. Haha. Aw.
Nice.
Tank says, ma'am.
Hydrate.
Yeah.
Drink time. You have a drink, take a sip.
Tank says, my grandmother taught me at 6. I'll be 62. Wow. That is amazing.
That's amazing.
2% says, I'm trying knitting, but I can't even get past the start of it and feel like I'm holding chopsticks. Try circulars. If the straight needles are too much for you, try a circular. Because once you actually get the cast on row done, it kind of holds it all together. I would work in the round, like make a hat or something, because once the yarn is connected on the circular, it's not going to come off. And then you can kind of hold it with one hand and let go, and it's not going to go everywhere.
That's excellent advice. I say the same.
Tina Rymer says, I still want to learn to knit. I've crocheted for over 50 years. Oh, wow. D. Ferguson says, I crochet and knit. D. Ferguson, man, she is a fast crocheter. She tested my bunny pattern that I'm fixing to release in maybe the next week and a half. And I sent it to her on a Sunday night. Monday night, she had it done. And I'm just like, what? She was done with it. I'm like, man.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was.
You ladies are incredible.
Angel Renee says, yes, bulky yarn helped me learn the basic knitting stitches. Yolanda said, it took a while, but it finally feels okay now to knit instead of feeling awkward. It did feel awkward for the first, little while. And then you get more used to it, more comfortable.
I think the most awkward for me was learning how to use double pointed needles when I started learning how to knit things like socks, wrist warmers, that sort of thing. That was a balancing act. If you think 2 needles are awkward, wait till you try 4. It gets a little tricky, but the thing to remember is you're using 2 needles at the same time. But yeah, using 4 needles at once, that was a hurdle for me.
Yeah, I tried that once. That did not go well for me at all. I said, nope, I ain't doing double pointed needles. I gave up. And I don't give up easy. Let's see. Tina wants to know if I'm drinking Mountain Dew. Nope, I am actually drinking root beer. A&W root beer. Dawn P says, I learned how to crochet in my teens, but picked it up again only 2 years ago when my first grandbaby was on the way. Aw, that's awesome. Kim says, I learned some basics and one broomstick stitch from my grandma when I was young, preteen. Just picked it up again in the last few years. I don't do it every day. Dawn also says, now I am doing things I've never thought I could / would. My hubby is amazed at the things I create. Well, that is awesome, and congratulations.
That's amazing.
All right, so now this is another one everyone can answer. What is your favorite yarn?
Oh gosh.
Or if you have more than one, you can kind of give your favorites.
Like, are we talking like yarn brand or like yarn company? Yarn brand.
You could do either. It don't matter. You could do both.
I've pretty much always gravitated towards Lion Brand. I do believe they're an American company, but they offer such an array of yarns that are acrylic that you would pick up and feel and say, there's no way this is acrylic. I work more with acrylic yarns because it's just easier to care for. There are some garments I'll make out of wool, and I know Lion Brand has some great yarns with wool in it, like the Woolies Thick and Quick, the Scarfy yarn. The Scarfy yarn is gorgeous to play with. But I've never been disappointed with a Lion Brand yarn yet. I have some favorites from Red Heart. I don't use a lot of Red Heart yarns, but some of the ones they've come out with, like the Unforgettable Boutique, just stunning. Yarn Company. I mean, anybody who's watched my channel, you know I really like ordering from Ice Yarns. There are some yarns that I've gotten from them that are gorgeous, and others that I've picked up and went, maybe I'll donate it. But I would say more often than not, Lion Brand. A lot of brands I get from Hobie Yarn too are just stunning. Like Perkins Cakes yarn. I think it's Lollipop, which is a wool-based yarn, but the ways that it comes out with friends are just absolutely stunning. So gorgeous. Like I said, the cake yarns are pretty addictive. But yeah, I would say most of the time Lion Brand. I also do some pick and chooses from like Patton's, Burnett, so on, because they're a good like basic yarn. If you want a good basic worsted yarn, I've never been disappointed with Patton's or Burnett.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Somebody says, Sally Stevens says, I'm not picky. I also spin my own. Oh my gosh. I got to get into spinning yarn. You're amazing.
That is amazing, Sally. I tried spinning with a drop spindle. I made 2 small little hanks like that. But I got to work on my consistency. You know, it's like it's like roving yarn, thick and then really, really thin. And I'm like, oh, that goes from like a 5 weight to a 1. And I'm like, oh.
I have a friend who dyes and
welcome
spins
in,
her own
Terry
yarn.
Faria.
Oh my gosh. Mm-hmm. So many people coming in. Yeah, I have a friend who does she spins and dyes her own yarn, and a lot of it she calls art yarn. She does the same thing with the drop spindle. So it's like thick, thin, thick, thin. It's great to put in things like arm knit cows or whatever. It kind of gives that disheveled post-apocalyptic look. It's gorgeous, but I can imagine if you're trying to get a single thickness consistency, it's got to be tricky. I've never done it, but I can only imagine how much of a delicate balancing act that would be.
Yeah. I had found a spinning wheel at a garage sale. It's missing the whole piece that the yarn goes on, and it's called the bobbin and the mother of all and the maidens. It's the piece that holds the bobbin that looks like that, and it attached to the front. I'm missing that whole piece plus the treadle. But I have talked to a couple of people that they might be able to build me the parts, or I could order them online, but that's going to be about almost $200. But it would be coming from Lithuania. It's like $30 shipping, and I'm like,
oh my goodness,
yeah, I don't think so. But the good thing was the actual wheel and the thing it sits on. It was only $5. The lady knew nothing about it. She's like, I know it's a spinning wheel, but I don't know what it's missing. I don't know how to use it. Nothing. So, but if you want it, you can have it for $5. So I was like, yes, I'll take it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh. That's a fine. Wow.
Yeah, it was. I was so happy. And then that same day, I love the TV show, The Walking Dead. I found the first 5 seasons for $10. The first 5 seasons, and 3 of them were unopened. And I'm like,
steal. Oh my goodness. I still have to finish the season and watch this. I'm far behind. My Netflix must-watch list is like this big. I know it's building up to something big where I'm going to be jumping off the couch. So no spoilers.
I won't. But just FYI, they do have a new a TV show that just came out. It's called Dead City. The Walking Dead, Dead City. Later this year, they're going to have another companion. They don't like to be called a spinoff. Companion series just about Daryl Dixon. Then another series with Rick and Michonne. So 3 new series this year.
Nice. I love Daryl.
All right, let's see. Yes, Daryl's my favorite. I actually bought like a little Pop Funko keychain of Daryl from Temu.
I think it was either
All right.
last year or the year before. My husband got me the Funko Pop of Daryl on the motorcycle, and it's in a place of honor
Oh,
in my craft room as we speak. Yeah.
aw, that's awesome. Let's see what everybody else said about yarns. Tina says, I love all yarn. I'm not picky. Sarah says, I love Lion Brand Ferris wheel, which I don't think is made anymore. Sally said, I'm not picky. We read that one. Cricket says, my 91-year-old landlady showed me how to do granny squares when I was 18. Put it down for years. Then, oh, my chat just jumped on me.
Uh-oh.
Where did it go? It jumped all the way down to the bottom. There it is. Down for years, then started again about a year ago. Watching all of you guys. I'm 61 now. That's awesome, Cricket.
That's so cool.
Yolanda says, I don't have enough experience with any other yarns yet. Pretty much Red Heart is what I've used the most of. Me too. There's no shame in that. I mean, it's the most accessible yarn. So.
Oh, for sure.
Carrie says, yes, I'm so deep in the spinning hole, it's not even funny. The wheels tend to herd together.
Oh, that's amazing.
Wow, Sally's been spinning yarn for 33 years. That is amazing.
Wow, that's so good.
2% says, I used to... Now my laptop gave me the blue screen activate windows, so hold on, I can't even see any of the comments. I have a non-verifiable via, I can't activate my windows. So it pops up every once in a while with, activate windows now with the big blue screen across everything. So.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so 2% says, I used to felt, but that and my wallet didn't get along. I did like it. Frenchy Fiber File says, I'm making the Moroccan Afghan from Annie's. It uses Premier anti-pilling everyday worsted. It's so soft and bouncy. That's a pretty good yarn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Premier makes some really nice yarns. Their anti-pilling is just chef's kiss.
Welcome in, Pamela Hunter. How are you doing today? Angel Renee, what do you mean, would it be cheaper to buy new?
Does she mean spinning wheel or yarn?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Chat's jumping tonight.
Yep. The older the wheel, the better. Yeah, you can tell that wheel I have is old. Or it's just, it wasn't taken care of, maybe. I don't know, but it looks old to me. Let's see. Welcome in, Gail Christman. She uses all kinds of yarn. Yeah, spinning wheels multiply. It's like, I've heard that before. Once you buy one, you got to have a different kind or another one to go with it, a bigger one or another small one or something.
I have yet to find a spinning wheel, and I'm afraid that if I do, my husband will kill me. Okay.
Let's see. Yes, they do, Sally. Tonight I'm going to try to learn to chain ply. Fingers crossed. Well, good luck. Chain ply is fun and really cool. You'll be fine. I hate to seem odd and ignorant, but what is chain ply? Is that where you're plying two yarns, spinning them together?
I would think that's what it means, but I know nothing.
I know knit and crochet terminology, but I'm not sure about spinning yet here.
Yeah, that's a totally different realm than what I'm used to.
Oh, Sydney was on top chat. She just noticed. I think actually somebody may have made it because I've looked every inch on that wheel and there's no like stamp, there's no mark of any sort. I think somebody made that one by hand. But I don't know. So
that makes it even
when I
more
first
rare.
got it, do what? Makes it more rare?
I would say, or at least makes it a little bit more special because it was made by hand and it's probably had a lot of love put in it. So I'm guessing anyway.
Yeah.
I know nothing about spinning wheels except I'd really like one.
Because I had looked for some sort of like who it was made by, and I didn't see nothing. The only thing I can tell is, you know, the reason I thought somebody made it themselves is on some of the spinning wheels that I have seen that are my style that I have, they're called a, man, it's going out of my head, Saxton type spinning wheel. And on those, it has 3 legs, but the bar that holds the treadle is on pins and it turns like this when you do the foot pedal. Mine is stationary. It's made around 2 legs. So it's a piece of wood where the legs were inserted and kind of glued in. I don't know.
Okay.
Gail, Lisa's channel is in the description box, and it's also pinned to the very top of the chat. If you look and find that blue box at the top with my name in yellow, that's Lisa's channel link.
But
like an actual chain stitch. Okay. So they're meaning it looks like a real chain stitch. Okay. So kind of like chainette yarn in a way, I guess. Welcome in, Trey Joyner. He just started checking out your channel, Lisa. So
yes,
you might have a new person over there too.
Thank you very much. And thank you so much to everybody who's been asking about the channel, who's been throwing yarn and hooks. And it's kind of funny. I keep seeing messages saying, I threw yarn and hooks in your window. I'm sitting right next to a window and I'm not seeing anything pop in, but I know what you mean. I know what you mean. So, but thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Let's see. I was talking about the spinning wheel. Now I've already forgotten what you had asked. Oh my gosh. I think an old one is better because it's more, a new one would work better, but like if it's old and it's run down and, you know, broken or something, it may not work right. You might have to replace parts, but to me, I think the older it is, the better it is, because it won't be made cheaply. It will have quality, you know, like everything made back in the day was made to last, you know?
Yep, I agree.
Um, It's one thread, but almost chaining it with your hand as you spin it. Okay. No, I don't. Did you, Kim, did you send them? Where'd you send them to, Kim? I don't see them in my email, but I never got any.
I think somebody mentioned earlier in the chat about getting some great yarn and hooks. I think at like a thrift store or whatever. There's no shame in thrifting. There's no shame in going to garage sales and finding some great yarn and crafting supplies. I find the best pattern knitting and crochet pattern books at places like Value Village and thrift stores. I've been starting to collect some from I won't buy anything early or later than like say the 1980s. Like I found so many pattern books from like the 60s, the 70s. Like yes, I was born in the 70s, but it's just fascinating to look at these different patterns from back then and go, that looks like it would be really easy to make. It's just like super easy, like paneled sweaters and Afghans and whatnot. And they're just so cool. Yeah, there's no shame in thrifting. I love it. I do it for most of my clothing. So why not craft supplies?
Yep. Me and my grandmother, people on here call her the coupon queen or something, you know. She's very
Nice.
thrifty. She shops all these different sales. But
Nice.
she's retired, and that's what her hobby is now, couponing. But she does a lot of research before she ever goes shopping. She watches videos like almost all the time about what items are on sale, what coupons you can use, what coupons are coming out. I mean, she just does a lot of research. It's technically like a job. But one of these stores that we have here, they're called Dollar General. I don't know if that's in Canada, but it'd be like a Dollar Tree type dollar store. But anyway, so every once in a while they have a clearance sale, and things will be, you know, like 50% off. And then also every Tuesday they have different, well, most every Tuesday, like especially after Easter or Christmas, even July 4th, there will be sales. You know, stuff will go 25% off, then 50% off, then 70% off, then 90%. And if you're lucky to have it in the store after that, they have something called penny list. It goes on to a list for a penny, but most of the time, Dollar General will pull those from the shelves, but some stores will miss them. And then people will find it, you know. And so that's what we like to go and do. Well, I do some, but she does it mostly. She'll go and get the sales and stuff.
Nice. Yeah, we don't have
bargain hunt.
We don't have Dollar General here in Canada, but we do have like Dollar Tree. We've also got like a chain called Dollarama. But I've heard a lot of really cool stuff about Dollar General. I'm trying to plan. Well, I was going to plan a trip to the States this year, but unfortunately my health has decided I'm staying home for a while. But sometime next year, I'm hoping to hit a couple of festivals in and around Michigan. And if there's a Dollar General nearby, I'm definitely keen on checking it out just to see what all the fuss is about.
Yeah. Now, contact me before you go, and I can give you the information on like what might be on sale. They have different dots that you got to look for, like yellow dot, purple dot, red dot, blue dot, things like that. Certain things like right now, brown dot items are, I think 90% off, and next week they might be a penny. So things like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tina's gonna be hitting Dollar General tomorrow. Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, she's a Dollar General I guess discount shopper too, like us. So she goes and does the sales.
Nice. Oh, that's awesome.
All right. So, um,
The Naked Snail says Happy
back to the
Canada Day. Thank
question.
you.
Yes, that's right. Canada Day is tomorrow for y'all. Well, happy Canada Day.
Thank you. We apologize for the fireworks in advance.
Welcome in, Demetra, the Naked Snail. How are you doing? All right. So the second to last question I got is, what is your favorite yarn weight?
I gravitate more towards worsted weight yarns. They're a lot of fun to play with, and I find as someone who's just beginning in crochet, I have a lot of leeway with worsted weight yarns. For example, some of the shawls that I've made that are worsted weight, I've used like a 5mm hook and it works out perfectly. And then others I can bump up to a 6mm and I've got a bit more of a looser drape to the fabric. But I'm a sucker for a good worsted weight. I do like using a DK weight for different projects as well. But yeah, most of the time I'd say I gravitate towards worsted. I can burn through those like nobody's business.
2% also likes the worsted weight.
Nice. Great minds think alike.
Awesome, Kimji. I'll be on the lookout. Frenchie also says worsted weight as well. I do too. For the most part, I like a 4-weight, but now for crocheting, I like a 4-weight, 3-weight sometimes, depends on what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Now if I'm knitting, I love doing it in 1 weight. The lace work shows up better. Well, hello, Connie. Did you get your internet back?
Yay!
Fingers crossed.
Hey, Connie.
Now I love a 1 weight or a 2 weight in knitting, but not for crochet. That takes me. I made a shawl one time and it was like a half circular shawl. Took me 3 weeks to do it. And I can do a 3 or 4 weight shawl, depending on the design, of course, in like 3 or 4 days, 5 days. 1 weight took me a while.
Oh, I can imagine.
Just got home Wi-Fi to work, but my mobile plan isn't working. Oh, okay. Well, that is, I guess, good news. Good and bad news. Tank likes a 1, 2, and 3 weight.
Nice. Yeah, 1 weight's a little too thin for me. Like I'll use it if I have to. 2 weights, like the cake yarns, that sort of thing. I like using like this one I just got from the Hirschners. It's a 2 weight, but I mean they make a great shawl, especially with if I use like a larger hook. Like for something like this, I'd probably use like a 4 to a 4.5 crochet hook. Like I said, I'm still new to this, so I may graduate to something smaller, but I have fun playing with it. But in the winter, though, up here in northwestern Ontario, or southwestern Ontario, sorry, the winters can be a little hairy sometimes, a little cold, a little wet. I like to gravitate towards like a 5 weight, like a nice bulky yarn, for hats, cowls, that sort of thing. But right now, because it's so sweaty, I don't even want to think about it. But I'd say worsted 90% of the time.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
We have Queen's Crafts by Bridget. Welcome.
Nice.
How are you doing, Bridget? And it's good to see you and have you here. Connie is looking for someone to go live with her tomorrow. Christy won't be able to. She's having computer issues. I think I'm just going to keep it social, have nothing planned. Well, that's a plan. Sounds like Connie. Let's see. I think I got everybody that answered the question. I don't think I missed anybody's answer. Oh, I did. Dawn P says worsted used to be my favorite, but now I'm tending to gravitate toward DK for the drape.
DK is nice to play with. I just had this sitting next to me. I did a shawl. It's a fiber spider pattern, just basically 2-row repeat, and I made it with a DK weight yarn that I got from, I believe it was Ice Yarns. So it's just, and it's got such a gorgeous weight. I think I used either a 4.5 or a 5 millimeter hook with this, but it's just, it's so gorgeous. Yeah, and the colors too. I mean, oh my gosh. Yeah, DK weight has its place. I just saw the Naked Snail is doing her first craft show tomorrow for Canada Day, and she lives in Ontario, so I got to know where that is so I can go say hi.
Awesome. Congratulations on your first craft fair.
You're going to kill it.
Welcome in, Deidre.
Hey.
I'm glad you're doing well, Bridget. Connie says, I am so sore too. I exercised the last 2 days, and me and the biscuit, which is her husband Frank, has been working on organizing things.
Whew.
Bridget says, I'm all about sock yarn and hand spun yarn.
Nice.
Awesome.
Well, Connie, just remember, rest is as important as working out, so treat yourself kindly.
Mm-hmm. Tina is working on a fiber spider pattern from a couple of years ago, the open mesh shawl.
Nice. I love those.
The Naked Snail says it will be in Buckhorn at the Buckhorn Community Center 10-4. Come on over.
Okay. I'm not sure where Buckhorn is. I live an hour's drive west of Toronto, so I'll go have to look at Google Maps later.
I didn't know it worked in a sentence, Frenchie. I noticed Connie does that sometimes, drop it like it's hot, and the Nightbot drops her link. So I guess it does work in a sentence.
Nice.
Maybe it has to be at the beginning.
Okay. So this is what I miss on Friday nights then, all this fun. Okay, I'm going to have to do this more often.
All right, so the last question I have is, what other crafts do you enjoy?
Besides knitting and crochet, I also make my own jewelry. I, just like basic like earrings, necklaces, bracelets, that sort of thing. Unfortunately, I don't have any examples in front of me right now. I'm sorry. But I've always liked making things with my hands. My sister and I, every year for like Thanksgiving, Christmas, that sort of thing, we'll do some cute, like kitschy crafts. The one year, I think she got a bunch of glass bowls that almost look like candle holders. And we took a bunch of leaves, like table scatter, I guess it's called, and we glued them to the inside and sort of made them like these luminaries for candle holders, which were really cool. Got all the stuff that we needed from for those from like the dollar store, I think it was. But just a lot of cool, like different handmade craft stuff. She crochets way better than I do, but she and I also like to make different things. Like I said, like jewelry pieces, different crafts, that sort of thing. So nothing too extravagant yet. I would love to learn how to do embroidery, but that'll have to, someday. Keep fingers crossed. I was also looking into quilting, and my husband said, no, there's not enough room.
Yeah, my grandmother got into quilting for a while, and every once in a while she'll work on pieces. She also used to make these baskets made out of clothesline rope. She would sew the rope together. It'd be like kind of like you put the rope like together and then sew on top of it. But she has a machine that she does it with, the sewing machine.
Right.
She isn't doing it like all by hand or anything.
No.
But she crochets, she knits, she's quilted, she can sew clothes. She used to actually work for this company as a professional seamstress back in
Nice.
the 90s, I think. And it was a company that made Western clothes. And
Okay.
I think it was kind of cool because the lady that she would get all her supplies from and turn the finished products in, I think too, was it was a cousin of Martina McBride.
Ooh, okay.
She was related to Martina McBride, and I was like, I think I'm about 9 or 10, so I actually knew who that was. I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, I'd love to get into sewing clothes too. That's awesome. I love hearing stories like that. I would love to get into making my own clothing because I do have a sewing machine in storage that I used to. It's actually my mom's old sewing machine from the 70s, avocado green. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And it's something I really would like to get more into. Like I can hem, I can taper, I can fix. I just haven't created in years, and I would like to get the time and money together to do that someday. Fingers crossed I can make it happen.
That's funny, 2%. She says, my mom heard you say Tina, and she asked me, is that you? And I said, no, Mom, there are other Tinas too. Ha ha ha.
Nice.
Welcome in, Lisa, a stitch in time. D. Ferguson makes quilt tops.
Ooh.
Gail says, I'm working on a hexagon cardigan. I don't know who it's by, though. Yolanda says, I have some beading supplies packaged away, mostly the seed beads. I also like baking goodies and have been slacking on that. Laugh out loud.
You and me both.
Tina Rymer says, laugh out loud, 2%. I used to answer to people talking to Camper 14 till I realized she was a Tina too. Welcome in, Vicky of Oodles and Caboodles of Crafts.
Nice. Hey, Vicky.
Let me see. Where was I? It just jumped. All right. And then 2%'s talking to Tina Rymer. I have seen a few Tinas, and I have to remember not to respond. Tina Rymer also diamond paints, and since I went to that junk journal class, I think I'm hooked on that too. Awesome. Yolanda said, I also got pretty good size of jean scraps and t-shirts for sewing projects. I haven't had a chance to work on that stuff. I've kind of been waiting till I can move first. Oh, are you in the process of moving?
Oh, boxes and
Bridget
bins everywhere.
Says, yeah. It jumped again. Bridget says, weaving, knitting, spinning, matching, etching, woodcrafts, painting, candle making, soap making, just started in body, cross stitching, macrame, beadwork, sewing, and so much more. I have craft ADD. Wow.
That's a lot of creative energy. I admire that.
Yeah, that is. I make my cards that I put in giveaways or thank you cards or stuff like that. Oh. I do little lizard keychains. I make stitch markers. I've done jewelry a couple of times. I'm mostly like earrings, but not like necklaces or anything. My mom used to love making necklaces. I painted a couple of times, but not very, very much. So I am kind of crafty myself too, a little. Sure.
All the stitch markers I use, I've made myself. Some of them I've done like the wire wrapping. Some of them I was just like, Here's some charms and jump rings. Let's just put them together and make them look pretty.
I think end of last year I sat down and made like almost I want to say like 70 sets, so like
Nice.
72 sets of stitch markers. So that's like, if you count them individually, that's 72 times 2. But I was counting them today when I was gathering all my stuff for the giveaways up. I was like, I'm down to 2 sets. And I'm like, oh my God, it's about time to make more stitch markers.
Guess what you're doing tomorrow?
Yep. Let's see. Margaret Baker's here. Welcome, Margaret.
Hey.
How are you doing? D. Ferguson says, I also paint. Awesome.
Wow, amazing.
2% says, I have to start making small things. I have so little energy lately. It takes me way too long to finish things now. I can understand that.
Yep, same here. Especially, I totally feel that, especially with like going through, you know, some of us are going through some health struggles right now. It used to take me a matter of days to finish like just a crochet shawl. That's why I started learning to crochet in the first place, because it goes so much faster than knitting. It uses up a little more yarn than knitting, but it just boom, like instantly. Now it's like it takes me almost a month to do a shawl now. It's just, well, of course it's getting hotter too, so that doesn't help. But man, I feel that. I really do.
Deidre says, I'm on my way to a car show, but I am listening in. Well, enjoy the car show.
Yeah, I'm jealous. I'm grateful to be here, but oh my gosh, that sounds so fun.
Bridget says to Yolanda, I'm cheap. I won't buy anything I can make myself. I look at everything and think I can make that. I can understand that too.
Yeah, same here. My mom had that mentality too, like in the 80s. Like if there was a nice blouse or dress or something, my sister and I saw it at Kmart, my mom would just, I can make that. But that's when it was actually a bit, you know, we could afford to make clothes like that. Now it's, you know, it's getting a little pricey, but that just means it lasts longer.
Yeah. Let's see. Yolanda says, yeah, not much within my budget yet, though. It's been a few years now I've been looking. It jumped on me again. Okay. Bridget says, I love making my own clothes, and designing bags off other people's wishes is such a fun challenge. And Connie sent Margaret her pattern that she won.
Nice.
And Lulu is still here. Well, I'm glad you're here, Cindy. And if you need to lurk away. She's using all my little emojis.
I think I'm subscribed to Lulu's Treasure Trove, actually. I'll have to check that later.
If the funk hits the fan, many are gonna love my crocheted undies.
Pics or it didn't happen. I love that the chat is just so like and welcoming and so like kind to each other, and everybody, it's just like one big like warm loving community. Everybody's so like supportive of each other, and just this is so beautiful to watch. I love this.
They are the best bunch that anybody could have. I mean, they usually come to my live when they can, and I understand life gets in the way, you know, but these people people that I see here right now, most everybody that are here are my regulars. Melanie J, Demetra, Jessica, Kim G. I don't mean to leave anybody out, but they are, everybody here that's here tonight usually are my regulars. So they, I think they're everybody's regulars, you know. They're so supportive. They're awesome.
This is so much love in the room right now. This is just so amazing.
Yes, it is. Let's see. And Tina, she's also a fellow Texan. She's here in Texas.
Okay.
Everybody's laughing at the comment about the undies.
I'm seeing that a lot. Like I said, Pixar didn't happen.
Tina says, I adore my Yarny friends. Aw. Melanie J, love y'all. Aw, love you too, Melanie.
Back at you, sweetheart.
Aw, Connie wants to have you on sometime in the future, she says.
Oh my goodness. That would be lovely. Just name a time and place and the subject, and we'll go from there. Thank you so much. Oh, and Tina says, love you, Lisa, my new Yarny friend. Oh my gosh. I'm feeling the love. But yeah, I was going to ask Crystal, because you and Connie have done quite a few chats together too. So you've done stuff on Connie's channel, I believe. So I'm just wondering, like, what's it been like with you two? As I said before, I keep missing all the chats, and I'm so sorry. But I know you two seem to have a really amazing rapport. So I'm just kind of wondering what it's like stepping into somebody else's chat. What's that like for you?
Oh, well, we became close friends when she won my giveaway, my very first 100 subscriber giveaway. Nice. And we talked back and forth about, I was dyeing yarn at that time, just experimenting. And so we talked back and forth about what colors she wanted her yarn and what color she wanted her crochet hook. And then eventually we started going live together. And it's a beautiful thing when you find a friend and, you know, make a friend when you don't have any at some point, you know. But I felt like I have made so many friends here on YouTube. It's amazing, because I really don't have anybody that's outside my family that I talk, you know, with. My mom crochets. She may not enjoy it as much, but she does crochet. She diamond paints. My grandmother definitely loves yarn. So, I mean, we all have it in common. But I don't know anybody outside this house that, you know. So me and Melanie, Lethallia's little hook, have become friends. Me and Dee's Creative have become friends. And Connie, I wanted to meet her one time when we went to Louisiana, and she was just too busy. We weren't able to do a meetup. So one of these years we do plan to have a meetup at some point. But it's being on her channel on a live I'm more laid back with my lives. I like to do just chit chat, and as you can see, she is so organized. She picks out patterns to show. She has topics to talk about. Like, I think the one that I'm going to be on with her in July, I think it's about headbands, because I was into making headbands. So I'm pretty sure we're going to find some patterns to share with everybody, talk about the ones that we've made, stuff like that. So she does little themes. That's what I was trying to find the word for. She does little theme type lives. But it should be pretty fun.
Okay. So now I know what to expect then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Where was I? Aw, thank you, Connie. Sally came back and she's like, I missed a lot. Undies, laughing out loud. I don't even know how that got started. Oh, making your own clothes, and 2% said something about when the when stuff goes bad, people will want my handmade undies or something.
Yeah, but if there's any place I wouldn't want yarn, I don't know. Just the thought of it's kind of uncomfortable.
Hold on. Where I have missed a lot. It jumped down and I thought I was at. Okay, that's okay. Vicky says we try to be, like you said, sometimes life gets in the way, and that's understandable. She's talking about Little Hook Melanie. Tank goes, where's Stinker Melanie? Just teasing. I think she was at home today. I know she was busy at some point. Yep, there's Sally Stevens. She goes, I'm back. Grandson isn't going to call. He is very sick with fever and swollen tonsils. Not fun for a 3-year. Oh,
poor thing.
Poor thing. Well, I hope he gets better soon.
Yeah.
Connie says, Margaret, it's funny. I sent it right when Crystal greeted you. Tanks, I love to crochet, says, I'm a transplanted Texan, moved to the Smoky Mountains in Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it is. It is really hot here, Diane. I don't even try to go outside in the sun unless I absolutely have to. I go and water the garden about 7:15, 7:30 because it's at least bearable and the sun is starting to go down. So, yes, your husband's not lying. It's hot here. Connie is saying, Lisa, if you want to come tomorrow at 12 p.m. Central Time, I'd love to have you. But I think she's busy tomorrow. But I don't know your schedule.
I think. Unfortunately tomorrow I've got my stepson's coming down to visit us. My husband and I haven't seen him in a few weeks, and I part of me kind of wants to hang around and see how he's doing. Part of me wants to leave him alone for some guy time. But yes, if I could take a rain check from Connie so we can plan this at another time, that would be lovely. I'm sorry, I wish I could, but next time for sure.
Terry's saying mine didn't see any dots, yet they had signs all over. Do you get $5 off coupons with your receipt? Are you talking about Dollar General, Terry?
Okay, Jessica says, I don't want to go outside. It's still smoky here. That's another thing that's been happening here. A lot of the wildfires in Northern Ontario and Quebec have been sending some smoke down our way. So we've had a lot of air quality warnings and whatnot. I know in like New York and whatnot, it's just off the charts. So I don't leave my apartment unless I absolutely have to, not just because it's hot out, but the air quality is just, it's awful right now. It's terrible. Anybody who lives around this area, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Mm. 2% says, same here. I know more online people than I got friends, even though people online become like family. That's very true. Connie says, I tend to do topics, but I have nothing planned for tomorrow since I didn't think I would be able to go live. Vicky says, that is one of the things I love about Connie, checking out all the patterns she shows.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I wish I could do it tomorrow, but next time for sure. Let's put something. Let's make a schedule.
2% is in Southern California, and it gets hot, she says.
Whoo! I'd love.
I'm not going to be reading that comment out, but everybody can see what Tank says about underwear. So.
Oh, yeah, I saw it.
Oh, you're very welcome, Sally. Tina says, it's 6:15 and it's still 100 degrees on my porch. Yep.
Oh my God.
And I believe she's in Dallas, Fort Worth area.
Okay. I will visit Texas someday. That's on my bucket list. I've visited parts of the States, but I haven't been too far south. I think the farthest south I've been is Tennessee. And Tennessee's gorgeous. I loved it. Tennessee, Kentucky, just absolutely beautiful. But I will get further south one day, I promise.
You know what, Connie? In August, she has her surgery she has to do. Do you mind if she takes my spot instead and I schedule for August? Because I don't know how long she'll be recuperating. So I think it was July 22nd, right?
For my surgery? Let me look.
No. I was supposed to go live with Connie. Let me see. Okay, yeah, Saturday, July 22nd at 12 p.m. I would be going live with her. What I would like to do is give my spot to you so you can go live with her, because in August I know you have your surgery coming, and I don't know how long you'll be recuperating.
Yeah, my surgery is for August the 16th. So if you're okay with swapping out for that time,
definitely.
Thank you. That's very kind of you.
You're welcome. And then, because like I said, I don't know how long you'll be recuperating, because she just says right here, so it would be August before I could get you, have you on, unless one of my guest stars cancel. And so I'm not canceling on you, Connie. I'm giving my spot up willingly so she can go earlier due to her surgery coming. So.
Yeah, and I'm still not even sure what type of surgery it is yet. If it for those who don't know, I've been in the process of evicting breast cancer. There were 3 tumors. 2 of them are still hanging in there by like millimeters. One of them is gone completely. So I don't know. It could be just a plain lumpectomy. It could be a partial mastectomy. We don't know yet. I'll find out on Tuesday when I go for my surgical consultation. But yeah, I will pencil that in as soon as I find a pen. July 22nd at 12 p.m. Central. Okay. If everybody's okay,
that would be 1 p.m. your time.
Okay. Again, thank you. That's very kind of you to offer that.
You're very welcome.
I'm writing it down as I speak.
Tank says, visit Texas in December.
Like
What?
Good idea. So that's 12 p.m. So that would be like 1 p.m. my time, right? 12 p.m. Central. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me scribble that. Okay. All right. Done and done. Woohoo! D. Ferguson says sending prayers. Thank you. I appreciate that. Everybody's being so nice to me. Thank you so much.
Connie, I will send you her email address and you can contact her when you get the chance. I don't know if she wants her email
Sure.
on the chat. So, but let's see. Somebody, okay, yeah. Vicky said it's 93 now, getting ready to rain, and it's only gone down 2 degrees in the last hour. And she's also in Texas. So.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I've heard that there's a like heat wave and heat warnings and whatnot down there. Just stay cool and stay safe, folks.
Yes. I only go outside when I absolutely have to, like if I go to smoke a cigarette, and I normally don't like talk about that on my channel, and I'm not out there the whole time. It's like, okay, I'm going in. If I have to go to the chicken pen, I'm like, hurry up, give them water, give them feed, grab the eggs, go back inside.
It reminds me what a friend of mine says, because some people like that I work with, they say they're going outside for a breath of fresh air when it's for a cigarette break. And my one friend says that he goes outside for some filtered air.
Tank saying check my community tab and Facebook post for new collaboration. Okay. Vicky, I thought you lived in Texas. You're in Oklahoma City. Okay.
Oh,
wait, did you move?
I've never been to Oklahoma. How hot are the summers there?
Tony. I'll send it to you right now so you don't, you can work on your emails.
To everybody who's sending like prayers and good thoughts and stuff, thank you. That's very kind. And D. Ferguson, Lefty Crocheter, says, if you ever visit Mississippi, come in the spring. Okay. I take it there's a lot of rain?
%2 singing. Oh, it's too hot, baby. Gotta run for shelter, gotta run for shade.
I know the song they're talking about, but I'm not going to sing it because my voice doesn't even benefit a shower.
Let's see. And my surgery for this last Monday was canceled until after I see a cardiologist in August. So that was a bummer to find out. Now I have 2 issues to deal with. Such is life, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, darn it.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I thought you used to live in Tyler or something. Or did you used to live in Tyler? But she said, no, we moved down here to Oklahoma from Washington, Tacoma, to be closer to family. Oh, that's pretty cool. Tank says, we will start doing celebration of birthdays and anniversaries with giveaways starting July 19th at 6 p.m. on Michelle Crochets in Kansas. We'll host the July celebration. That's awesome.
Ooh.
Okay, Oodles and Caboodles, isn't does your last name start with an R? Melanie J says, I'm proud of the doctors checking your heart, Oodles. They checked mine before a urology surgery.
That's good. That's a good plan.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking it was. Okay, well then I must have got confused at one point thinking you used to live in Texas or something. Anyway. Margaret Baker, she says, we go south in December. My husband has family in Florida and Georgia. Our daughters live in South Carolina. We visit them all in 2 weeks.
Ooh, that's a lot of traveling. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. That is.
I can't wait to get healthy enough to start traveling again. Oh my gosh. I miss it.
Well, welcome in, Diane.
Hey.
How are you? All right, let's see. I'm at an hour and 27 minutes. I think we'll go ahead and probably do the ticket giveaway real quick, and then we'll wrap it up. Hi, Sally Horner. Welcome in. Did you get my email about the question you asked? Oh, and there's Syola. Welcome in, Syola.
Oh, cool.
All right, so let's get my chat caught up over here on Nightbot. It's having to catch up from the whole live. I mean, oh, as Nightbot was catching up in the chat, I saw a super chat roll by.
All right, let's hear it.
Thank you, Margaret. Combine the two. Okay, I'm glad you got it, Sally. And you're very welcome. All right. Margaret Baker.
You've gone in the book.
Okay. All right, so make sure y'all are up to date and caught up in the chat. I'm going to think of a, you know what? We'll just do active user. So I'm going to refresh this real quick. And then when I tell y'all just type away. All right. Y'all go ahead and type. What kind of word is that? Type any, type away, and she'd put QW something.
Okay.
Cindy, type, ha. Bacon flowers.
That's awesome. 4th of July. Yes, happy 4th of July if I don't see anybody on Tuesday.
Cactus. Who are you? Chicken.
What are we doing?
Speaking of chicken, y'all didn't get to see my earrings. I got these for my birthday. Oh, come on.
Those are so cute. Oh my gosh, those are adorable.
They kind of waddle.
Oh my god. Oh, those are awesome. How many chickens do you have right now?
We have 4. We have 3 brown leghorns and 1 northern New Hampshire red, I think is what she is. Or New Hampshire
Aw,
red, not northern.
nice.
All right, it says we have 21 eligible. All right, so Oodles and Caboodles, 2%, Angela Wright, D. Ferguson, Dawn LaValle. Welcome, Dawn. Diana, I love to crochet. Jen's Hobby Nook, Jessica Johnson, Judith. Welcome, Judith. Kim G, Lulu's Treasure Trove, Margaret Baker, Melanie J, Sally Horner, Sally Stevens, Terry Faria, The Naked Snail, Tina Rymer, Yolanda Perkins, and Cyola. So all of y'all are marked as eligible, and it still says 21. So I'm going to go ahead and roll it. I'm going to pick 3 people to receive 2 tickets each. So good luck. First one is Diana.
Yay!
Well, congratulations, Diana. Let's pick the second one. A Stitch in Time by Lisa.
Yay! Congratulations.
All right, so let's pick the third one, and good luck. Melanie J.
Yay! All right, Melanie J.
All right, well, congratulations, y'all 3. Y'all are going to receive 2 tickets each into the giveaway for this month, and today is the last day, so me and Mama will draw a winner tomorrow. Hopefully before midday, we'll have the winner video up. This month has been a crazy month. Good crazy month. There's been more tickets in this month than I think than any other month. I mean, there was one day there was 72. I know there was 2 different days there were 50 something. Oh my goodness, Ganny Joe, thank you. I can't even keep up. Okay, so that's for Ganny Joe.
Oh my goodness.
And that one is for Sally Horner. Okay, yeah. Okay, so thank you, Sally. Times 3 tickets, and then I'm gonna go back and thank you so much, Ganny Joe. Let's see. Judith was gifted a membership.
Nice.
All right. Ganny Joe gifted. All right. So it was Judith Botker. And Jen's Hobby Nook. A Stitch in Time by Lisa. Mama Knows Best, aka Gwen. And who was the last one? Oh, it just jumped on me. Oh. Well, I don't see the last one. Judith, Jen, Stitch in Time. Oh, Tank. Your name was in blue. That's why I didn't see it as the moderator, but it was right in front of my face above Gwen's. Okay, so Tank.
Oh my goodness, Yolanda, thank you.
And then we'll do the little peeps. All right. So the 5 members that Ganny Joe gifted, y'all each get tickets into the giveaway as members. And let me see. Thank you so much, Ganny Joe, for doing that.
Yeah, thank you.
And Yolanda Perkins, and her little super chat said, congrats to the Crafty Goddess on your milestone.
Thank you.
We'll do the sick chicken for you, Yolanda. I don't know why we call it that, because I mean it kind of does sounds like a sick chicken, like it.
Or just kind of like, whatever.
A Stitch in Time did not get Ganny's. From what I saw, she did. Yeah, it says Judith Walker was gifted a membership by Ganny Joe Crochet's Johanna. And same thing for Jen's Hobby Nook. Lisa, A Stitch in Time, was gifted a membership by Ganny Joe Crochet's. You, I Love to Crochet, and then Mama Knows Best, aka Gwen. Aw. Kim G's been a member 5 months. She says, so happy to be a part of this family. Aw, I'm happy to have you here.
That's very sweet.
That's 6. How many did she get? I thought it says 5 was gifted. Actually, let me look at something real quick.
While Crystal's figuring this out, I have no idea what's going on, but I think we're all in agreement that Crystal has had one heck of a birthday month with all these tickets. going out and everybody purchasing memberships and whatnot. You're all supporting an amazing lady. She is hardworking, incredible, very warm. As I've said before, without her, I wouldn't have been able to hit my milestones. So I think in the meantime, while we're deliberating this, if we can all give Crystal a huge round of applause in the chat and applaud her for such an amazing month and for all her hard work and a job well done. What do you say, peeps?
Thank you. I don't know, but what I see. Oh, I think she saw Yolanda's name under it and it confused her. Gainy Joe gifted Judith, Jen, A Stitch in Time, Tank, and Gwen. But it's okay, Tank. It's cool. Gainy Joe goes, Tank, I've got to clean your glasses. Oh. And yeah, it was Judith, Jen's Hobby Nook, A Stitch in Time, Mama Knows Best, and I love to crochet. I don't know. Go, Crystal. Thank you for being so amazing. Aw, thank you, Connie. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, everyone. I really did have one of the best months here on YouTube due to everybody being so generous and making my birthday so fun. So, yes. Tank goes, no, I need new eyes.
You and me both, man. Oh, my gosh.
Gainy Joe's, I didn't mean to shake up the party. It's all good, Gainy Joe.
Hey, somebody had to.
Yeah. All right. So, now that we got it cleared up, and we got the ticket winners chose, I just want to play my little video real quick, and then we'll say goodbye. So here's Tom to say thank you, and thank you, everyone. Tank wants people to read her post in Facebook in the community tab. All right, so here's Tom. Oh no, what did I do? Oh, okay. I was afraid I pressed the wrong button. Okay. I don't know if it's going to mute me here in a minute, but we'll see. All right. So thank you, Lisa, for joining me. And I hope you had fun.
Oh, yeah, I had a blast. Thank you so much once again for doing me the honor of inviting me to be part of this live stream. This is actually the very first time I've gone live on YouTube, so it's been a heck of an intro. Thanks to everyone in chat for being so kind to me and welcoming. Thank you. And for all the new memberships, thank you so much. But thank you most of all to Crystal. Again, without you, this would not be possible.
Oh, you are very welcome. And thank you to everybody that joined us tonight. If you're not subscribed yet, please go check her out. Lovely lady and well-deserving. So I wish everybody a wonderful evening and a wonderful weekend. If I don't see y'all for July 4th, then I hope y'all have a happy and safe 4th of July. Take care and stay safe, everybody. Bye.
Bye.